You talked to me about Devontae Smith and the talents that he had.
Shit, I mean, he had a hell of a game today. Probably a career day. Hell of a player. Hell of a player. He's been doing it for a while too, since college. So, hell of a player. Made some big time catches.
How do you build on this? Maybe silence some critics, maybe answer the questions about identity that we talked about this week that you guys are trying to formulate. How do you take this and run with it?
Well, I think as you go throughout the season, the questions of identity come up in the beginning of the season. Everyone wants to know what a team is. How do they do it? How do they win? And as the season goes on, no one cares about identity. They just care about winning games. And so we're still trying to build. We're still trying to figure things out. Ultimately, when we're in a position to play for the things that we desire to in this organization, it'll be about finding ways to win, and no one will care how it looks.
Congrats on a great day.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Talk my shit again.
What it do? This is Talk My Shit Again podcast. I'm your humbly hostile host, Cassius Cliff. Yes, I've been gone for a little bit. Things happen, life happens, but we back. Ultimately, we're back on the winning side of things. We're on a 2-game losing streak against the Giants and the fucking Broncos. And respect to the Broncos, they're not a bad team, but the Giants, come on. This is a team that is the bottom of the division for a reason. Now, this has nothing to do with me not dropping videos because I don't run from any smoke ever. But the fact that we're back, the schedule, obviously, time lines up, life lines up, and we're on the winning side of things, to me, speaks volumes. Because, going into the season, I thought this was one of the games that we would drop, one of the games that we would lose. Obviously, this is before I knew Carson wasn't going to be in the starting lineup, but even after starting Wentz being in the starting lineup, I firmly believed that the way that the offense was looking, the lack of the pass game, the run game being anemic, and our defense being decent but not great, like last year, that's a recipe for a 3-game losing streak. 3-game losing streak. It was. So, did I believe our team could win? Without a doubt. I know who's playing quarterback for them. I know he's a double agent. There was no fear in that regard. But understanding that this is a team game and Carson Wentz can do but so much to lose these guys in this game, I think that speaks to why the score is what it was versus what it should have been. This should have been a blowout victory. But yet, it was a 28-22 victory by the Birds. And there's several components to why we were able to pull away and get this victory. But not only did our defense make their presence felt early and able to hold it down in the end, our offense, especially in the air and the passing game, was elite. It was on a different level. I mean, you're talking about our quarterback, QB1, Jalen Hurts, being the only quarterback to have a perfect passer rating of 158.3 up to this point of the season in the entirety of the NFL. And that was against the number 1 pass defense in all of football. That to me, that's like when you have a Xbox or a PlayStation and you do certain things in the game, and then while you're playing, you see that trophy unlock, the achievement unlock. That's what that is. This is what this game was for Jalen Hurts, going against this Vikings defense with Brian Flores and the exotic defense that he liked to deploy out there. He saw that, and he saw a bland dessert. He saw a bland dinner. That shit was light to him. And you know what? This is what we should expect out of QB1. This is a Super Bowl. This is an all-pro Super Bowl MVP quarterback. Playing against a guy like Brian Flores should not be a tall task by any stretch. But let's look at the defense first, because the defense definitely made its presence felt early and allowed us to get this victory and really hold on to this victory in Minnesota, because that's not a light environment to get a victory in. Welcome back, Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean being inserted into this defense, allowing us to play this is the best unit in general, I mean, in its entirety, when it comes to the defense, the linebacker core and unit is the best on the entirety of the defense. It's better than the D-line as a whole. It's better than the secondary as a whole to me. Nakobe Dean, Jahad Campbell, and fucking Zach Bond. Those are three guys that can have over 100 tackles a piece. 7 sacks a piece. 3 interceptions a piece. I mean, like, these guys are really good. Nakobe Dean was great before he went down. And him being assertive in his defense is going to pay huge dividends for this run defense, because our run defense has been average, if not below average. We're allowing over 100 yards on the ground. And having Nakobe Dean in defense, him getting this great, huge tackle for loss in his first game back, I mean, this run defense is about to take a step forward. And I think the defense in general is about to shape out to what it's supposed to be, because we had one of the best defenses all of football last year. And it had a lot to do with Nakobe Dean. Even though we maintained after he went down, he was a huge reason why it was what it was. If y'all remember that Jags game and that interception in the end zone, I mean, Nakobe Dean was playing at a high level. And him being inserted back in his defense is huge for this defense. There's no doubt about that. But when you got guys like Jalen Carter creating pressure, allowing a guy like Jalen Hunt to get a pick 6 early in this game. I mean, to start off this game, putting up 7 on the defensive side of the ball. This game was a recipe for a blowout, and that to me is the only thing that bugs me, because we should have absolutely blew these dudes out. It was clear they were not on our level, but yet they were in this game for several reasons. The offense dragging his feet, probably trying to set up plays later on in the game, and that's cool. That's well and good. But again, we're focusing on the defense and understanding that we have a double agent in Carson Wentz, because Carson Wentz has an immense amount of talent. But this punt right here, Andrew Makuba, is inexcusable. And ultimately, it's to be expected. Carson Wentz being a number 2 overall pick by the Philadelphia Eagles, a guy who I champion. He was one of the first jerseys I bought in a long time when I was getting back into buying jerseys. I had that number 11. I'm so happy and glad I have a new number 11, A.J. Brown. I plan to get another one. I mean, this is a guy that I believed in as an Eagles fan. And to see who he's become, a Jekyll and Hyde, a double agent, hot and cold, two-faced, whatever you want to call it. I mean, the guy can make plays, and he's going to do shit like this. So for us to see 2 interceptions, 1 for 6 by our defense, to me, was not surprising. I was just waiting. I was patient, and ultimately, our defense was not generating a lot of turnover. So I was just waiting to see it. But I firmly believe it was in the cards. Pick 6, did not see that happening. Did not expect that. An interception, 100%. This is Carson Wentz we talking about. We're going to get some sacks. We're going to get an interception at some point. I firmly believe that. But I knew well and good this game was going to be predicated on what the offense did. And knowing that our offensive line has been injured, not playing at the level it should be, and the run game has been anemic and lackluster, non-existent, we got to depend on the pass game to set up the run. These things I've been saying for weeks. Now you're seeing people talk about TV talk about it. And I'm not saying that I'm breaking news. I was breaking news. I was reinventing the wheel. But it was clear. When you got guys like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, you gotta, given the way the games are being played, they are not allowing Saquon to go off. I mean, you saw a big 3rd and 13 catch by A.J. Brown there for a first down, and then setting up this perfect post route, seam route by A.J. Brown, tight window throw for a touchdown to put the game away, essentially. We have to use the pass game to set up the run. I don't think I'm breaking news. I don't think I'm reinventing the wheel. And ultimately, I'm beating a dead horse. This horse is tired. The run game is not what it's supposed to be, and really what we're not used to. Even when it came to Miles Sanders, DeAndre Swift, it's just not that. These defenses are overcommitting, and the offensive line is not playing at the level that we're used to. That's why Saquon's averaging under 4 yards per carry. That's why he's yet to have over 100 yards per game. But when you got a guy like A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, it's a no-brainer. I mean, you're talking about between two receivers. Jalen Hurts in 23 attempts with 19 completions, 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, a perfect passer rating of 158.3, as well as a 95 QBR. That's because of what he did in the air. He did not do anything on the ground. He took 3 sacks. So his stats and really those being great is because of what he did in the air. Obviously, A.J. Brown getting 4 catches for 120 plus with 2 touchdowns was big. But Devontae Smith was the focal point. He carried. I mean, to me, Devontae Smith is the ultimate and consummate receiver. He could do everything. A.J. Brown is a demon, a dominant force when it comes to being a receiver out there, a 3-time All-Pro. When it comes down to it, Devontae Smith is a former Heisman Trophy winner for a reason. This guy can do everything. He's tough as nails. He makes the toughest catches. He can get deep down the field. He can make inseam. He knows how to break down coverages when it comes to picking out the zone. He can do everything. And he's homegrown. So it's like, that's a no-brainer. Get the ball to your guys. Good things happen. And I think that's what A.J. Brown is saying in that second touchdown. Get me the ball. Let me work, essentially. On 11 targets, 9 catches, 183 yards, which is a career high for Devontae Smith, including this phenomenal deep ball bomb that he called for himself, that he saw early on in the game, and they called it in the second half for 79 yards. I mean, I hate to have to be you, Isaiah Rodgers, former Eagle, and a Super Bowl champion, and Isaiah Rodgers playing for the Vikings, but it had to be somebody. You decide to line up on Smitty, and ultimately, Smitty's just too fucking good. You know that. He knows that. We all know that. He's just too good. And him understanding the coverages that they were playing early on in this game, and really Kevin Patullo leaning into what the players are seeing and calling, and Jordan Mailata called it. Saquon Barkley confirmed it. Smitty was calling his own number on this play. And that's what we saw. We saw him have a big catch on 3rd and 15, or 3rd and whatever that was, 3rd and 10 plus. We saw A.J. Brown get a 3rd and 13, big time catch to put the game away. But this right here is what you get when you have great players with high IQ. And that, to me, is what frustrates a lot of us when it comes to the fans. Even people on TV. They love to hate, but I know they're frustrated at watching this team play offensive football, because they expect way more. They just naturally expect way more. But they've seen this offense be potent on the ground and in the air. And for us to seem essentially allergic to throwing the ball deep down the field and be effective, that's been hard to watch for us all, haters and fans alike. So with that being said, it's just like, to see bombs down the field, to see Jalen Hurts have a perfect day in the air, be 5 for 5 for passes over 20 yard plus, and be going for 212 yards and 3 touchdowns. Not only was it a breath of fresh air, it was a long time coming. It really was. Speaking of the big it was a 3rd and 9 catch to put the game away. I mean, we was talking about IQ. We're going to talk about it again. Jalen Hurts is one of the best quarterbacks in all of football. And this play right here fully encompasses that. You're going against the best pass defense in all of football. They have not allowed over 200 plus yards in any game this season. Not only do you throw for 300 plus, not only do you throw for a perfect passer rating, on 39 to cement the game, you do a check with your number one receiver, signaling that you're going to do what they expect you to do, which is a slant, because that's what they typically see AJ run. For some reason, we like to run them on like 4 routes. But they expected that. But them having, I guess, the team meeting, the offensive meeting, whatever it was, and knowing they're going to expect us to run this route and this play, run that sluggo, and I got you right in the bucket to AJ. I mean, we've seen it before, and me personally, I'm just happy to see it again because it's been a long time coming, and ultimately, these are the things that we've been waiting to see. We've seen it before. We just want to see it again and us win. We don't want to see it in a losing effort, and we don't want to see it when it's too late because those things don't. I don't want to see mad yards and touchdowns in a losing effort. That shit don't do anything for me. But for us to see our receivers and our team, our players to put the game away, I'm all the way on board with that, and I'm good with it, 100%. When it comes down to this team and this offense, dominating these games and really putting us in the best position to win, to me, it starts with the offensive line and them not being healthy, and like 1A, 1B, they've just not been blocking as well. I think that is a huge reason why this run game is non-existent, has not contributed to us winning at all, besides possibly week 2. But aside from that, we're talking about our OC. And ultimately, we're just too talented to keep blaming him. These players have a lot of pride. They have a lot of ownership. And despite him calling the plays, they got to execute. They just have to execute. Not all of the plays that he's calling are bad. They have to execute at the end of the day. And that's in the run game as well as the pass game. We saw it happen in the pass game several times over the course of the season at this point. We saw it happen in its entirety against the Vikings, against the best pass defense. We're running out of excuses now. We are. Just to be real. And if we're going to continue to be real, we got to keep it a stack. With us not playing our best ball, with us not playing at our optimal level, we still are in the lead in this division, and nobody's fucking with us for real. It doesn't matter if you're a Cowboys fan and you want to put Dak in MVP conversations, which he did not deserve to be in. If you're a Commanders fan and you're packing it up because not only you have injuries galore, but your quarterback is down again, or if you're a Giants fan and you want to hang a banner for beating the Eagles in week 5. It doesn't matter who you are in the division. Y'all not on our level. Y'all never have been, and y'all will never will be. It's up to us to lose this division, and it was like that since week 1. With that being said, this is the Talk My Shit Again podcast. I'm your humbly hostile host, Cassius Cliff. We out to the next one. Peace.